Welcome back to the Plus Side of Nashville. You know, the arts are alive and well in Music City, and now you can locate some of Nashville's most notable or unique works of art from the comfort of your home. Here to tell us about ExploreNashvilleArt.com is Caroline Vinson from the Metro Arts Commission. Welcome.
Well, hi, thanks for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. I have loved working with you all in the past. I've loved showing off some of the gorgeous art pieces because Nashville is home to a lot of beautiful pieces that are open to the public. So you guys decided that you wanted to help folks to be able to find some of these people, and you launched a new website, ExploreNashvilleArt.com. Talk a little bit about that, Caroline.
Yeah, so we've just launched this new mobile platform which works across all, your smartphone, your tablet, whatever device you have.
Yeah.
So you can access it that way, and it's cataloging public art all throughout Nashville. So we're responsible for the public art collection that Metro the city of Nashville actually commissions, about 40 pieces, but that's not all. There's about 120 additional art in public places, is kind of what we call that, throughout the city that we've added to the site.
So that's basically the criteria as what pieces of art go on the website. They have to be something that's public display.
Right. The public has to be able to access it. It has to be free. It has to be typically site-specific, larger scale. Doesn't have to be a sculpture, but most of them are sculptures. Some are murals, things like that. So, larger pieces like the polar bears in Edge Hill, things like that. The dragon in Dragon Park, things like that. People know that they're art, but they may not know who made them, and that's what we're hoping with the mobile website, that they get to learn more about them.
It really is a great idea, and I'm just curious to know, how did the idea come about?
Well, two reasons. We want people to get out and explore their neighborhoods and find out what is there. That's one piece of it, but also because sometimes we commission artworks and we put them in the public realm. We're kind of limited in that you can put a little sign there that says the name of the artwork and maybe the artist, but that's about it. So you want people to know more about it. So in some cases we have artists who have done videos to illustrate their piece, or they talk a little bit more about it, or there's installation videos that show how it was installed and things like that. So that is just added features that we want people to kind of dig a little bit deeper and hear more about the artwork. Now,
the website is broken down into categories. What are those categories?
There's several different ones. So there's our collection, Metro Arts Public Collection. There's art in public places. You can search by title, or you can look by neighborhood, which I think I found most people are most interested in, looking at
Google Maps.
Yes, looking at their neighborhood and finding out what's in my neighborhood.
That's exactly what I did.
Because I think it's funny, people really identify with their neighborhood. And they want to know, they're like, oh, we only have 2 pieces, we should have more, which is great. And that's also a component, is you can submit artwork. So if there's street art in your neighborhood, or a mural, or something you don't see on the website, we'd love to hear from people and let us know what those are, and we'll add them to the site.
There's also cultural sites on there that you all wanted to highlight.
Yes, we have about right now 25 to 30 cultural sites, which are like our institutions like the Symphony and the Frisk Center and places like that are actually destinations for art. So we've added those as well, that if you're out and about in downtown, you want to see some sites, those are part of the options.
And also, if you're out and about in your vehicle driving around, there is a mobile alert that will alert you when you're getting near one of these places?
Yes, they call it Geo Alert. So if you have the site pulled up and you're near an artwork, it will actually ping you and say, hey, you're near Ghost Ballet. And you can click right to it, and it will either, the maps will help you get there, or you can learn more about the piece. And we also have tours. So we've loaded a few already that are a walking tour of downtown public art, a biking tour of public art, a driving tour of our watermarks collection, which was in flood-affected neighborhoods, those pieces that we commissioned. So we're hoping to add more of those types of things, or like if you have kids and you want to take them out on a Saturday morning to do something fun, or scavenger hunt or something like that, we're continuing to add those features. And I also talked to some college students last week who thought it would be a great idea to do like a date afternoon or something, because it's free. And that's the best part, is you get to explore these things and there's no cost.
Exactly. And I think for someone that's new to the city, and they're looking for something interesting to do, or they just want to learn more about what we have to offer in the way of art here in Nashville, what a great way for them to do that.
Right, I think so.
So how often do you update the site?
Right now, we're updating it almost daily, because we're getting information in from citizens or institutions who want to add themselves. So I think we're trying to update it on a pretty regular basis.
So if someone does want to add themselves, perhaps there is an artist out there that has their work and they look on there and they think, I'm not on here.
Yes.
What do they need to do?
They can go to the mobile website, and there is a link on our Art and Public Places tab that says submit an artwork, and that takes them right to an online web form that they just fill out, submit a JPEG image, and we'll get it loaded.
So there's also an opportunity to hear audio. I understand you can actually hear some of the features of these different pieces.
Yes, we actually have, for one example, Alice Aycock, the artist for the Ghost Ballet downtown. She recorded an audio piece soon after the flood happened, and it was sort of just talking about how that piece was affected and what she thought about, sort of that whole process. And so you get to hear her actually talking about the piece, and so we're hoping to add more things like that. And with several of our new pieces we've installed in the last year or so have video components where the artist is interviewed and they're talking about their work.
Well, I tell you, I went to the website to check it out, and I wanted to just stay on it. It was really, really user-friendly, well laid out, and I learned a lot about the city and its art. Thank you so much for coming on to tell us about ExploreNashvilleArt.com.
Thank you.
Well, up next, the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical Pippin is coming to Nashville. Why you don't want to miss it after this.